Hello and welcome to the 6th episode of my Becoming Better challenge. This is the challenge where I try to work on my mentality when I play solo queue. I see way too much toxicity out there and I want to work on myself and try and see if I can become a lot better at handling my own emotions when I play, even when it gets bad. In the last episode I found out that when I'm not streaming and just playing for myself, it's a lot harder to keep myself to the same standard as I do when I stream, so that's what we're going to work on today. I think what I have to try and do here is just get perfect CS. Try and see if I can get pretty unscathed out of my lane, because it looks like that my team is going to be running it down a little bit. So we already started with the game being 4 minutes and 44 seconds and being down 3-0. So not a good start, but we can still win this. Not more than 4 minutes more into the game, we're down 7-2 and it's going really bad. I'm just trying to find some positives here and try and see if there's anything to salvage mentally here, but it's looking like it's going to be a rough one, so I'm just focusing on myself and getting a lot of CS. I'm an 81 CS at 8 minutes and 8 seconds, and that's pretty good by my standards. And then I think what we're going to do here is when she goes for the plate, nice. She's gonna cast E here. Oh my god, are you kidding? So although it was a nice attempt to try and get myself forward in the lane against Lissandra, Kha'Zix still manages to kill me and we're in a really rough spot. We're at 14-6 at 11 minutes and the game is really looking really bad. Our jungler is losing 1v1 to the enemy support, so it's looking tough, man. So the best I can do here is just try and see if I don't get emotionally affected. This game is pretty cooked. I mean, I'm not gonna FF, but I'm sure as hell I'm not gonna expect to win this one. I knew this game would be hard, but I didn't expect Sylas to start trolling, and at this point I'm just trying to shield myself mentally because there's really nothing I can do at this point. 17-6 at 12 minutes, it's cooked. I can just try and prepare myself for the next game. I think my job here is just trying to get to side lane and see if I can get some of the plates and gold and hope that my team doesn't run it. Even though the game is looking really bad, there are a few glimpses of hope here and there. I have a really good CS score, so I'm getting a lot of gold and we're even getting some kills here and there, so it goes to show that you should never try and FF, because in this elo there's so much you can do to take over the game. But it's still looking really tough and I have to take care of my mental, and if I'm gonna lose this game, which I probably will, I should at least not be so tilted that it'll going to affect my performance in game 2. Yeah, there we go. I think at this point my team started believing a little bit more. I had gotten a few kills and looking really strong, so they started playing a little bit more seriously, and I'm a force to be reckoned with here. Extended fight like these are also especially good for Seer because he's a high DPS champion with a lot of peel, so I just want to poke out and spend all my auto attacks on these people here to get some really good damage in, and I'm picking up a lot of gold, which is good for later. He's dead. Yeah, no, she's dead. Easy. I mean, they're so bad. I really tried my best here, and I'm actually really fed. I do quite a lot of damage, I have a lot of kills, and I think if I had a better team, I would be able to carry this game fairly easily. I mean, this is so easy. Even though I'm really strong, sometimes it takes a challenger's skill set to be able to carry some of these games, so I needed some help from my team to be able to win this game, and by the time they get the Elder Drake, it's just pretty much over for us, so there's not a lot I could do. I did my best and I can be happy with that, and I just tried to not be too tilted going into game 2 because I knew this game would probably be cooked. 2 and 20, 2 and 10, 1 and 8. Zoe is a counter matchup, so we just want to get out of his lane safely as possible. The start of game 2 is pretty tough as Zoe trades really well and uses her ignite, which forces me to recall pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I'm immediately punished again as I TP back to lane, putting me even further behind. Oh my god. Did not expect to get hit by that. But she doesn't actually back at any point. I could have probably killed her here if I flashed after her. Looking back at this is really tough to see. Because stuff like this is what really will separate me from other mid laners. After having fully bounced back, I just play safe in lane and wait for my jungler to come, because this is still a pretty hard matchup since I don't have ult. If you get your lane opponent's flash as a seer, you always have kill pressure, because your ult can throw them back into the lane, and when you get ganks, stuff like this can happen. Oh my god. Nice! Oh, we got both, and she died to minion damage. At this point, I'm feeling really confident and start taking control of the lane. Just watch how I dodge Zoe's E as she jumps in. She does have heal, but... I think I can win one-on-one. There we go. Solo Bolo. Their bot lane has gone 1 and 9 at this point, which means their AD carry just starts to troll in mid lane at this point. I guess it's just the circle of life with the solo queue, because last game I had a 2 and 15 support, but this time their enemy AD carry starts trolling, so that's nice. By now, my lead in mid is really big, but over the next 10 minutes, I'll become very familiar with the sight of their top and jungle on my screen, as you'll see right now. There we go. Matthias Keeping, welcome to the TikTok stream. Oh, oh my god. Garen. What the hell is this? Bro? You know, experience the game. Oh my god, he's so annoying. He's just waiting in the bush all the time, I feel. Oh my god, no way. Oh, they're coming from behind all the time? There we go. Oh my god. Incroyable. Holy shit, he's so annoying. He's just waiting for me. What a psycho. Despite being camped and killed by Garen for 10 minutes, I actually managed to get a lot of resources over those 10 minutes. Oh my god, he takes the kill. Nice. We also had a moment or two where I died, where the enemy team looked like they were doing pretty well, but we held our ground and we eventually got really far ahead. Nice, good job, bot lane. Or nice, good job. Good job. The thing that propelled us the most forward was definitely their AD carry having a bad mindset and Zoe starting to make a lot of misplays. And it was probably somewhere around this point where I knew the game was just over, because I got so fed. Going up against both Grace and Zoe at the same time, insta-killing her like this was just too easy, and I never lose games from this point. 1, 2, there's only Swain left. And he's there. That guy. He's not winning over me, right? Nope. So by now I'm just feeling really good and start to limit test and see how fast I can kill Zoe, because I hate this matchup.
Jesus
and
Christ.
instead of giving her like
What are you
this,
guys
it feels good. So all in all, a really good game compared to the first one, and I was looking up for the third game of the day to see how far we could take it there. Let's get out. Hey, but hey, that's a win. We like that. Plus 17. I hate the demotion shield. Fuck demotion shields. They are so useless. I was sitting and talking with chat at the start of game 3, and I accidentally banned a seer. As you can see, I realize here. I banned my... Oh my god, and I banned my own fucking champ. Let's go, Akali. Let's go, Akali. Caps was smurfing on Akali the other day, and I want to be like Caps. I fucking banned Azir. And Vladimir has such a bad matchup up against Azir, so it would have been a perfect Azir game. I banned my own main. So dumb. Remember to put down this ward if you play mid lane. Even though I'm not playing my OTP, I was still doing pretty well on Akali. I'm an old Akali OTP as well, so we were doing fine early, as Vladimir still takes some time before he gets strong. I would just try to focus on trading with him, and I have to say I don't even know what happened in this trade. Somehow I just won it, and I was lucky that Vladimir flashed. Oh! Okay! Oh, that felt good. Oh, and I'm not even losing any CS. Oh my god. This guy is cooked. My game plan was just trying to proc electrocute as much as I could in lane, as it deals a lot of damage, and Akali can go into her shroud like this, not taking damage, and proccing her electrocute, making her a really, really good skirmisher in lane. Okay. Okay. Wanting to be like Caps, at this point I'm just trying to limit test as much as possible, go in, do the damage, and try and see if I can make some cool plays. And I did. Holy shit, am I getting out? I am. Oh my god. Even though I was smurfing on Vladimir, our top lane and jungle were feeding quite a lot, so it was still looking pretty rough. He's 35 CS after 10 minutes? What? Here's a cool Akali trick for you Akali enjoyers out there. We just do like this. And jump back. Perfect. Because I had been doing so well up to this point, I started going to other lanes trying to see if I could salvage how much our top lane had thrown. But I got surprised because Kled is so evasive and annoying. Oh, what? Huh? And I don't even get the kill. Oh, why did I flash? Of course he has both of his summers up. Yeah, that was not worth it for me. Shit, I'm not getting any CS, I'm not getting any XP. We kill the top laner and we give it to the guy who has, what, 2 gold on his bank account? I wanted that kill. I want to snowball myself because my team is so far back. I need to try and see if I can carry this, so I have to play very, 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 very selfish. Apparently I didn't learn my lesson from last time I went up against Kled, so I decided to fight him one more time, even without any energy, and unfortunately I also messed up my E as I got pulled back here. What are you talking about? What was that damage? Huh? Why am I getting slowed? So despite going up 2-0 early, I start to play worse because we're getting far behind, it's getting harder to make good plays, and at this point I've just basically thrown my lead away and the game is getting very, very hard to win. Oh, you're kidding. I should have just taken the wave in mid lane. Oh my god. I need to play for myself now. I'm getting fucked every time I go with my team here. I just need to play safe. This game is not going that well. I have half our team's kills. And I've died 3 times in a row now. I'm sort of trolling. Let's try and see if we can do something. So even despite saying I want to play for myself twice now, I still go in and fight. So definitely a thing I have to learn in the future is to keep my own promises to myself and just play for myself. Don't go into the fights and make stupid mistakes like this, because I'm never going to win up against a team that has gotten a lot of kills without getting resources in the side lane. I just told myself I shouldn't help those guys. Looking back on the footage of this game, I really can't blame many others than myself. Of course, it's not easy to win a game where your top and jungle is feeding, but I made a lot of mistakes and I should have just played better. I think the final nail in the coffin here is my support just trying to take the CS now. He isn't trying to win anymore, and, you know, the game is just over. Why is Thresh trolling now? Looking back at Game 3, there was a lot of things I could have done better to try and give myself better chances to win this game. Obviously, it's hard to win the game when your top and jungle isn't doing well, but that doesn't excuse all the bad decisions I made and all the times I died to Kled. But all in all, I think I did pretty well, all things considered, but there's still a lot to work on, both mentally and mechanically. With all that said, thank you so much for watching the video. Please like and engage with the video, as it gives a lot of motivation on my side, and I can't wait to make episode 7 for you guys. See you very soon.